Movement International Retreat in the UK, here in Manchester.
It's been so cool to see all the different nations coming together. I think that's just the highlight. To see different countries coming together from people who are passionate about making change and wanting to do something about it.
Like, it's fun being around people who are after Jesus in a different cultural context than I am.
We may have secondary, tertiary differences, but our essential truth is the gospel, and so we're going to walk together.
Walking straight into here, you just feel like an atmosphere and a presence of just like raw fire for God.
Bringing leaders together to be able to come together and talk about their struggles, but also talk about their heart for their people, their heart for their area. Coming together, getting inspired by each other, exchanging ideas, and then going back out and just using new techniques, and really seeing how much we can bring people to the kingdom.
A lot of times I'm normally giving out and pouring out, but this is allowing me to be filled and allowing me to have longevity in the plan that God has for me.
So I believe perhaps one of the biggest needs for the Great Commission today, as it has been for much of history, is willing laborers and vessels.
If nobody else will preach that message and go after Gen Z in that way, then we'll do it ourselves. So it's fun to be around Gen Z leaders who are passionate about that same thing.
For a long time, I've really had a big heart for teenagers and young adults in the Czech Republic to come to know Christ. Most people my age are not Christians, and most people in general are not Christians. And so it's kind of like the situation where going from being among a Gen Z population where God is it's like a topic, not that the people hate, but are more indifferent towards, to being in a place where people are really passionate for.
Jesus spent all night in prayer. There's times where Jesus woke up a long while before the light to pray. And we think we don't need to. Who do we think we are? That if our Saviour, the one that we call ourselves Christians by, if he spent time in prayer, who do you think you are that you don't need to do it too?
I've definitely learned a lot about conviction, about what a life of ministry looks like, and how it is so important to be prayerfully dependent on God in that, rather than trying to rely on my own strength, but relying on the one who gives us strength.
When we want to see a big move of God in our generation, we can't do it without God. We need to rely on his strength.
Getting to come together with other leaders from all over to pray and intercede for our nations together. I've seen a shift from prayer into the things that we're doing, so deeply in these past couple months. I'm excited to see where God takes it from that space of prayer, from that space of, God, we're surrendering first.
So many of our generation are either lost or they've lost hope, and just the restoration of that hope is what I want to see.
So if all of our generation is discipled, then we're going to be able to pass that on to the next generation and also see a big impact in the world.
If you're thinking of coming to a HowToLife retreat,
go with an open mind, an open heart, willing to learn, willing to be convicted, willing to be loved, willing to be vulnerable.
God is going to take the things that you've been thinking of, praying about, challenge you, and strengthen you.
And you will just be in a position of such humility, but also such strength to be able to go back out and just minister to your area.